Good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are, whatever zone you might be in at this time. I just want to say hello. And today, for your information, we continue to celebrate. What do we continue to celebrate this week? August? We do continue to celebrate Breastfeeding Week. And worldwide breastfeeding is from the 1st of August until the 7th. But in America, nationally, we celebrate the entire month. So there are many activities. And I just want to hasten to say that yesterday we had a young woman who gave her experience of breastfeeding her six children, two sets of twins. Isn't that interesting? Yes, we have to give her a shout out this morning to Mrs. Angela Williams again. We thank you again for coming and letting the world know that breastfeeding can be fun and it can also be challenging, but we'll zero on the positive part of it because the impact that it has on the newborn and the child and lifelong eventually. So today I'll talk a little on walking. Walking, yes. Walking is, some people compare it to like a miracle medicine. Yes. And we'll talk about three powerful benefits of walking. And first of all, I'll say that it boosts our mental clarity. Have you ever walked for a while and you may have felt a little down, maybe a little depressed, or just so concerned, a little overwhelmed? And after walking, you realize your mental state, you feel so much better, right? Because you have, it also strengthens your heart. When you walk, it speeds up circulation. The brain needs that to function for us to think. So that's important. That helps our mental state. And of course, it reduces natural stress. If you look around you, if we all look around us, we'll see that we're living, and we know that we're living in a stressful environment, stressful world. But then we have to find ways and means to cope. And so if you decide to go for a walk, which is very helpful, and it is also stated that in as we age, it does something else. When we walk, it helps the endorphins, the happy hormones to flow, you know, and that helps us to be able to cope so much better with different type of stresses. And it does it naturally. It's not like you're taking a medication and it has some other side effects or what. And in addition to that, as we can walk and we can have group walks, we can go singly. But when we walk, we can socialize with others. If you choose to do that, you're out of the house, you're looking at nature. Just think about that. As you look at nature, you're seeing some trees, some flowers. You pause to look, you might even smell. You're using some of your senses. You can touch, you're seeing. And in nature, you might hear the birds chirping. That's so therapeutic for all of us when we do that. We see the water, the rippling of the waves, and water again. You need to drink how much? We need to drink at least 8 glasses. Some individuals put it this way that we half your body weight in ounces, right? Half your body weight in ounces. So that's the number of water we should take for, but so it's not the same for everybody, right? So think about it, your body weight and half that by ounces. That's the number of glasses you should be drinking. That will be adequate for you on a daily basis. So I'll read something from a research that I was reading about, and it says walking increases the flow of blood to the brain. We said that. Can you spend 45 minutes per mile? For, can you spend can you spend 45 minutes a day walking at a brisk pace, 16 minutes per mile? Research has shown that the time spent walking increases the thinking skills. I know that when we reach over 60, it is very important to keep our brains going. And in addition, it stated that with the brain functioning better, you are able to commune better with yourself and with the creator. You know, so those are some things that are so important. When we walk, we are making we're being happy, making ourselves happier because of the happy hormones or chemicals that are secreted at that time. So I'm encouraging you. Now, what do you need to walk? You need your limbs to walk. That's one. Two, it's good to have a good walking shoe, right? And to, of course, to walk in a safe environment, a safe place. So I'm just encouraging you today that as you walk, just think of its benefits. There are many, many benefits, but I just talk about three of them. Three of them again. All right. It boosts your mental clarity. It also strengthens your heart. That when you, all right, as you walk and as you walk briskly, the heart speeds up, functions, and so that more oxygen, more the fluid and everything can be expedited and you function better. And of course, with all of that going, the blood going to different parts of the body, what that will happen? That will help to reduce some of the stress factors, some of the stress that we experience on a daily basis. Thank you so much for listening today. And just remember, you're special and you're unique, and there's no one else like you. And that's interesting. You're special, and just think on the positive things. And just remember, you have a right to be here and live it. Live it. You have a right to be here, and you're special. Affirm yourself today that you are special and you have a right to be here. There's a purpose for you to be here. So thank you. Have a blessed day. Walking is important for good health. Thanks. Now you can connect with me on YouTube, Miriam Amanda Smith, on podcast. It's Empowering You Nurses. And of course, on Instagram, it's Podcast Mayor. Look forward to seeing you. Subscribe on my channel. I truly appreciate that. Have a blessed day. Blessed day.